Hello my dear friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara and today we're going to be going over the Mars conjunct Venus energy in Synastry. So this video is for you if you have this particular conjunction taking place within a Synastry chart. Maybe you're a cross watcher and you're interested in learning about this. If you are, welcome as well. So Mars in our natal charts is going to be our drive. It's going to be our ambition. It's going to be what we are attracted to. So it's that sexual energy within. It's kind of like that primal energy sometimes of like going after things is really what that is with the Martian energy, especially even in a sexual sense as well. If we are looking at it from romantic relationships, it's going to be that primal instinct to go after something that you want, or in this case, a person that you want. It's also going to be the way that you handle conflict as well with the Martian energy in a natal chart overall. Venus in a natal chart is going to be your sensuality. It's going to be maybe the way that you love or the way that you are looking for love. It's going to be your interpersonal relationships as well. Maybe how you behave in these interpersonal relationships is that social butterfly energy. It's also going to maybe be the way that you present yourself. Sometimes maybe even the way that you look as well. The Venus sign is going to give us a little bit more information about that as well. So when we have these two energies come together, Mars and Venus. Now, Mars is also the masculine energy within. The Venus energy is going to be that feminine energy within. Whoever the Mars person is, regardless of their gender, they're going to be immediately attracted to the Venus person. Like in this dynamic, the Mars person is going to go more into that masculine chaser role. The Venus person is going to go more into the feminine energy in this dynamic, once again, regardless of the gender. So as soon as the Mars person sees the Venus person, this is probably going to play out more so in romantic relationships or like physical attraction types of relationships. It could play out maybe in friendships as well in a more platonic type of way, absolutely. But you probably will see this taking place more, or like the intensity of it, you will see it more so in either romantic relationships, physical attraction types of relationships, anything where two people are getting together, because Mars, once again, is that sexual energy within. So when the Mars person sees the Venus person, like they see an ideal within this person is really what that is. It could be their physical ideal. Maybe they like the way that this person dresses, or the way that they look, or the way that they talk, their mannerisms, the way that they move, the way that they move through this world. Mars finally feels as though they have found this ideal, this physical ideal within a person. Now, the Venus energy is about love also. So the Mars person could be seeking an emotional connection as well, but it's like, it really depends on the rest of the energies in a natal chart, how evolved the two people are, to see where this energy is going to go and in which direction this energy is going to go in. So initially the Mars person sees the Venus person, they're like, oh my gosh, like this is the person, this is my ideal. They could kind of really feel like they met quote unquote the one when they meet the Venus person as well. Like it could really feel like an intense soulmate type of relationship, absolutely. Especially if you're going more so with the energies and maybe you're not aware of Synastry or something of the sort. Like it could really feel like this type of dynamic. I know in Synastry this is known as like one of the best relationship types of combinations. So this is how the Mars person feels. They feel like they have met the one, the person who is their ideal, and they're going to go after this person. That's the thing with the Mars person. They will absolutely be going after the Venus person. The Venus person and this dynamic feels very appreciated. They really like the masculine energy that the Mars person is bringing to the dynamic. They might be enjoying being pursued, being in that feminine energy. They can kind of take a step back, the Venus person. And it's interesting because the Mars person is going to continue chasing the Venus person basically until they get them. Now, the way they're going to go about this chase and maybe their strategy depends on what sign you guys have taking place in here, because different signs are always going to have different strategies when they're going after something that they want. But that's the whole idea here. So the Venus person is going to enjoy this. Also, the Venus person could feel very appreciated by the Mars person. Now, it depends, once again, what strategy the Mars person takes, because it's like the Venus person, maybe in the beginning, like the Mars person could be like really going after them, and the Venus person could feel very overwhelmed maybe in the beginning. Maybe there could be like Venus person's kind of like put off a little bit because maybe the Mars person came on a little bit too strong. There could be an energy of this as well. So it depends how much time these two people are spending together, but over an extended period of time, the Mars person basically isn't going to stop until they get into some form of connection with this Venus person. So again, it's really going to depend on the sign in here to see how the Mars goes about this, but they're going to spend a lot of time trying to basically figure out how to get the Venus person, because the Mars person wants the Venus person around. So after maybe you guys have made this connection and maybe now you guys are together, the Venus person within the Mars person really feels this like sexual compatibility. So this is a huge sexual sexual compatibility energy between the two people, actually, is really, really what that is. It's going to feel very natural. Maybe there isn't going to have to be a lot of conversations about what one person likes, what the other person likes. Like, it's very instinctual between these two people, which makes sense. If there is this initial attraction between the two people, there is some form of compatibility going on between the two people. Now, obviously, just this particular conjunction isn't going to be enough to have the relationship continue and keep going. Like, you're going to have more things going on in the overall natal chart, but in the beginning, it's going to be basically this like game. It's going to be this push-pull between the masculine and the feminine energy. I guess maybe the better term is it's a dance. It's a dance of the two energies, of like one pursuing, the other one enjoying the pursuing, or maybe right away in the beginning, maybe they felt like it was a little bit too intense and then running, and then this one pursues more. So that's really what's going on with these two energies. It's a very, very nice placement. It's a very nice flow of energy. Once again, it depends what else is going on in the natal chart, because if it's just this placement that you guys have taking place, or this particular conjunction that you've got going on with the synastry between the two people, like maybe it will be just a sexual relationship in the beginning. It could go maybe into like superficiality as well, where it's like the Mars person really just wants to show out the Venus person kind of just like a prize. Like maybe there isn't more there, maybe there isn't an emotional connection there, maybe it's just like for surface level reasons, or like maybe it's like an idealized type of person, let's say the Mars sees within the Venus person. So it could go into this as well. So it depends. It really, really depends as to what else is going on with the rest of the energies in the natal chart. But when these two people meet, it's going to be hard to pull them away, because in a way the energy is like a magnet to each other. It's a nice balance of the two energies, and you will see these energies playing out within the two people. Even if the Venus person is someone who is naturally maybe more in their masculine energy, when the Mars person comes through, they're going to fall more into the feminine energy. And this is going to be regardless of the genders. This is just the energy within. This is important to keep in mind. So this is basically the way that this energy plays out. It's kind of like this cat and mouse game until the two energies get together. If the energies do manage to get together, they're going to be super sexually compatible. Is it a long-term commitment? Is it going to be a long-term type of dynamic? Well, it depends on the rest of the energies in a natal chart to see how this energy is going to play out. Now, if we're looking at this from like a platonic relationship type of dynamic, you can kind of look at it as like maybe people who are into art together, for example, or it's like a good business relationship, like a good creative business relationship, for example, if it's platonic, or even friends, or like a business relationship, absolutely could be this as well. Because if we look at Mars in like an ambition type of way, and the Venusian person like being the creative, like absolutely the Martian person could bring through the creative dreams and visions from the Venusian person as well. So again, depends on the synastries, maybe between the two people, if it is platonic or a business type of relationship. But I could also see this playing out in like a harmonious type of like artist career. Let's say like the Mars person is maybe their manager, for example, and then the Venus person is the artist. Like it could go into this direction as well. So it really depends. It really depends to see how the energy is going to play out. What kind of relationship is it? Where you guys are going? What are the goals? What are the ambitions? But overall, it's going to be harmonious. Overall, it's a nice balance of masculine and feminine energy between the two people. One person's the go-getter, the other person could be the creative, the more Venusian person, the one with all the ideas. So this is really what it is if you do have this particular conjunction taking place in your synastry charts. So with all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I do hope you guys enjoyed my video on Mars conjunct Venus in synastry. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of the day.